So this is my first aid kit that I keep in my base camp kit, and I'll show another kit that I have that's a little bit smaller. I do keep this reflective 3M strip on here that I took off of an old shirt. I keep paracord on the outside with a carabiner. I can turn this into a shoulder sling real quick if need be. So let's get into it here. I'm going to pull everything out first, and then I'll go over everything that I have. Remember, this could be, you know, a week-long, 2-week-long base camping trip. I try to be by myself or a small group at most. So I got some Dex-4 for low blood sugars. I got some Hydrolyte for dehydration. Triangular bandage that can be used for just about anything. You can use it as a washcloth, you can use it as a water filter, you can use it as a bandage. There's a multitude of uses for that. And I keep these little magic towels. They're little dots, but they turn into a fairly good size, pretty sturdy towel. I was quite impressed with the quality of them. They're not flimsy, or they don't degrade, and I got them at the dollar store, like pretty cheap, but they work. I carry an emergency blanket in my first aid kit. I have some Imodium. This is a CPR mask by St. John Ambulance. I probably need to get a new one, but this one is still it's still usable. I don't even remember when I got it, but I went down to St. John's Ambulance and got that. And I have some Burt's Bee Rescue Ointment. This is good for a multitude of different things. I keep a lighter, because I keep a lighter in all my kits. This is sponge tape. I have some cough drops. I have an elastic bandage. And I have a little pill case where I have some ibuprofen, I have Aleve, looks like Imodium, looks like Claritin, some Tylenol, a couple Pepto-Bismol, and some Benadryl. I think those were my number ones of things to carry, and of course, a dry pack, and then the main case. So in here, right off the bat, I keep gloves, and I keep a Sharpie because you can write on the person, you know, vital signs that you have observed. You can draw circles around rashes or hives or what have you. I have a pair of scissors. I have a pair of hemostats. These are surgical grade, but they're not obviously not sterile. I have a pair of surgical tweezers. I have safety pins, some regular bandages. Then you open this in the back compartment, and I have some bite balm, some Benadryl bug bite relief, some gauze. This is an oral wound cleanser, and this is just a multitude of different sizes of bandages, some moleskin, Band-Aids, steri strips, a couple alcohol pads, looks like some 2x2s, some tape. This is an interesting bandage for wilderness first aid kits because you can cut it to size. I think these are exceptional for wilderness kits, just because you never know what size you're going to need, and to have the versatility in this. Really makes for a good bandage in the wilderness. But that's pretty much all that I have in here. And I keep it all in this rubberized dry bag. It does have a little reflective symbol on the front. And I add extra just for my own peace of mind. This is waterproof. Water will not get in here. I have soaked and dunked and sprayed it, and nothing gets wet on the inside of it. And if you ever want to test your dry bags, put some paper towel on the inside of them and then blow them up a little bit and push them down into a tub full of water, and then check your paper towels and see if you have any, if they're wet at all. If they are, it's not waterproof, but it could be water resistant. This one is waterproof, along with my electronics bag that I did a video on earlier. They're both waterproof. So that's my first aid kit that I carry, and I do also recommend carrying some kind of, this was printable off of the internet on the American Red Cross site, Wilderness and Remote First Aid. I think it's good to keep something like this in a first aid kit, because you never know what's going to happen that's going to rattle you. You could get chased by a bear, stumble, fall down a hill, and all of a sudden you're stuck, but your brain is still in the panic of being chased by a bear. And this just helps you, it gives you something to hold on to, something to look at, something to focus your head on, so you can help yourself. This is a mental boost more than it is information. But it is good information to have. And I think that's it. That is my entire kit that I keep for base camping.